Hey everybody, so welcome to Jen Lowry Writes. This is my official author YouTube channel. I do have an Everyday Mom Challenge Ministries channel that I work out my Bible studies, my parenting, homeschool tips, educator tips. But this one is just reserved for me and you, my readers and me. So I'd like to say that I'm fascinated with other writers' processes, like what do they do? This is where I write from. As you can see, it's my living room, my couch. Sorry, got a text wanting pictures of our garden, which we have a small garden outside, which we love. My son started the garden for a homeschool project. Oh gosh, I do this all the time. I'll get sidetracked. I just love to see what authors do. So I wanted to kind of share that with you. So I love to write in my pajamas. So I have all my favorite pajamas, my NC State pajamas. Most comfortable pajamas in America, by the way. And I just chill here. I have my journal always beside me. Like seriously, like this is already the start of my to-do list for today, which is going to continue to grow. I always have like my books beside me. This is like my book for the weekend, the Reading for Literacy. We're doing a reading apprenticeship at my work. And my coffee. I have to have my coffee. 2 cups by 10:30. I don't know what I'm going to do when I go back to work. I'm going to miss the coffee. I will tell you that. But when I write, I often have the TV going on in the background. My husband sits right here beside me. He loves to watch YouTube videos. And I just plug away just right here. When I think about like other authors and what they do, like how much do they spend like a day writing? For me, it's based on my schedule. So in the summertime, of course, I have just countless hours that I sit in front of this computer. I get up at 6:30 every morning and start working because I didn't realize at the very beginning of this journey that the marketing side was something that I would really have to learn a lot about. And because I'm not as tech savvy as others are, or I don't have the funds to be able to go out and pay for, X, Y, and Z, like promotions and marketing and all that. I'm doing it by myself. I've had to do a lot of research this summer, and I'm really trying to build my platforms up. So that's what I do really early in the morning because my mind's not awake enough to actually jump in and start writing. I do my Bible study, and then I go and I do my Bible study on my phone through the Bible app. I'll do my Bible study first, then I'll get my Bible inspiration, and then I'll start going out and I'll start, signing into all of my social media sites and staying up to date with all of that. And I'm constantly reading in the morning and researching in the mornings. That's where I would build up my goal list. And then I jump on my podcast. I'm really trying to build my my website, my platforms. And then after all that's done, sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm tired. I need another cup of coffee. And I'll hit my coffee and then go to round 2, which is when I start to write. And before I wasn't big into researching and character profiling and mapping out my work, but I've tried a new strategy this summer, and I have found it to be just a tremendous improvement on my process. So I will spend time doing that. This past week, I started a new novel, and I'm having to research some very heavy material. So I would have it playing in the background as I'm typing. So I'm, watching YouTube videos and listening to documentaries. I'm listening to stories of people around the world, and it's just so heartbreaking. Like I got to chapter 8 this week, and I realized that, okay, I need to stop and I need to separate myself from that. So for the past 2 days, I've actually not written anything as far as like the novel goes. And I've just been working on my social media sites. So it's trying to find the balance between all of that is what I'm learning. I'm learning that, and I'm learning to have some courage because like live videos, that's some courage put into that, and I'm trying to be really brave as I step forward in what I feel like God has called me to do. So, which is, writing. And I just really want to thank you guys for joining me and going with me as I stumble around in this world. And I appreciate it so much. Like the support is so like heartwarming to people in general. But when I know that somebody's reading my work or they're listening to the podcast or they're on the blog or, however they're reading my work and they're anxious about the new release, and I'll see people and they'll talk about, oh, I can't wait to get my hands on a copy of your book. And it's just, we need those pieces of encouragement as we go. All authors do. Jump on Twitter today and find an author and just give them praise. Take a snap of their book and put it out there. I challenge you to do that today. And attach their Twitter to it. And they're just see like that automatic, probably. I mean, seriously, they'll be on there. They'll see it. But we need that. We need the good reads reviews, and it's just good for our soul. It just kind of feeds us. So if you have any questions about my writing process, or if you'd like to know more about Jen Lowry Writes, you can go down in the description and you can check out all of my links. And I'll be back on. I'm not as active on the YouTube on this site as I am on my Everyday Mom Challenge site. That one's been going since 2014, and that's kind of like that's my ministry. But I'm gonna do better at getting on and sharing some author insights with you guys. And as I'm learning through this process, hopefully it can help encourage other writers. I'm really passionate about young writers. And maybe it's because I work in the schools. Maybe it's because my child loves to write. But just don't give up. Just keep writing. I'm 43. It took me a long time to get here, but I never gave up.